Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jinom. So this video is going to be a very interesting one because a couple of weeks ago I did another video that was like a question tag where I answered questions I've never been asked before, and you guys loved it. You loved it so much because you like bad thing and you were waiting for me to spill secrets, but I'm a good girl, so there was no secret to spill. Anyways, I'm doing another question tag video, and this one is about my first time. Yes, you heard me right. This is about my first time. I don't know what you're thinking. Whatever you're thinking, you're probably right. So stick around and you will find out just how correct you are. Before I get into the questions, I just want to remind you guys, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please, I beg you, please subscribe. Now to the questions. If you see me looking down, it's because I have the questions on my phone. So yeah. First question: what is the first app you check when you wake up in the morning? Definitely WhatsApp. Sometimes it's my email, depending on the notifications. I check the notifications, and if I see an important email, that's the first thing I'm going to check. But it's usually WhatsApp because that's where all my crazy friends are. First plane ride you ever went on? When I was flying to the US. That was the first plane ride I ever went on. First time I ever got in trouble at home and school. At home? Okay, so I don't remember exactly what happened, but I know I did something. What did I do? I've forgotten what it was that I did, but I remember that I did something. I specifically remember my mom beating me, and I was like attempting to fight her. Not like fight her, but I was resisting the beating. And then my brother, one of my older brothers, was like, how dare you touch our mother? And he took over the beating from my mother. And I remember the punches landing on my face, and I was like, wow, small play with you people, and you want to kill me. And then first time I got into trouble in school. I never really got into trouble in school. I was a good child. I had to be a good child. My parents would have killed me if I got into trouble. But the first one I can remember was during summer lessons. So we used to have summer lessons in school, and you don't wear your uniform, you wear your nice clothes, you come for summer lesson, everybody be feeling themselves. So one time in summer lesson, I think me and my friends were dodging classes, or we did not want to go to class or something, but we were outside when we were not supposed to be outside, and one of the teachers caught us. This woman caught us, and she called us. So we're upstairs, she was downstairs, she saw us, and then she called us down. I was like, I don't know where she got the story about us talking to boys, and I was just like, how? But yeah, I think that's like the one time I got into trouble in school. It wasn't anything serious. She didn't there were no penalties per se. She just, shouted. When she was tired of shouting, she told us to go back to class, and we went back to class. Next question: first time you were allowed to put on makeup? No, it was until I came to college. It was definitely when I was out of the house, in fact out of the country, so that there's nothing they could have done. That was the first time that I actually started doing or started trying on like actual makeup. Before then, in secondary school, if white powder counts as makeup, then yes, and lip gloss. White powder and lip gloss in secondary school. First YouTuber you subscribe to? If you're talking about like individuals, then it has to be definitely what's her name, Dima Ume. She's a Nigerian YouTuber. She does makeup, like very good makeup. She does lifestyle vlogs, and just like, she's really cool. She was the first like individual that I subscribed to on YouTube. My first boyfriend, this question is somehow, because is it the one that I thought I was dating but they were not dating me, or is it the one that we both knew we were dating each other? It is the one that I thought we were dating, but it was play. It's some guy in Nigeria. Apparently he's a musician now. Don't ask me what kind of song or what's his name. I'm not calling names. Apparently he's a musician now, but if it's like a serious relationship, like, wait though, there's actually something is pulling me in the direction of music, because even the first person that I officially like dated, like we said, okay, we are boyfriend and girlfriend, we are dating seriously, is also in the music industry. My first crush was this guy that lived on my street back in Jos in Nigeria. What was his name? Bobby. Like, they were rich, so they used to drive nice cars and everything, and I was just there like small girl. I was seriously crushing on the guy. He was fine, sure, I'm not going to lie. Even till now, he's still fine. My first kiss. Ha. Hey, I'm embarrassed, guys. First kiss was with this guy that he was friends with my sister, and then I had a little bit of a crush on him, and we started talking. And then I was in secondary school that time, and he was in University of Jos. And then we started talking. He asked, he collected my number, so we were talking. And then he told me to come and visit him one day. He was staying not on the student campus, but like around that area where students live, Sha. And I went there to visit him like twice. I went there twice, and then I didn't go again because it was weird. But anyways, I went there first. That was my first kiss. And I feel like I just threw it away because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I did not really even like him. I just like had a crush on him because he was a fine boy. And like, yeah, it was just like wasted. I wasted it. My first friend in college. I think it was Enu Ochina. She's Ghanaian. Oh, I miss her. She's back in Ghana. She went back after college. Yeah, my first friend was Enu Ochina, and it was because we had started talking on our class page, our class Facebook page. She was like one of the few people that I knew before coming, and I came like a day late, so yeah, it was nice to just connect with her. She was my first friend. Second friend was Fortunate Chifamba. Fortunate, we need to hang out, I miss you. My first heartbreak. Yeah, have I been heartbroken before? I've not suffered heartbreak. I think that's because I have not like really been in love to the point where I feel broken if something happens, if we separate or go our separate ways. I've never really been heartbroken. The closest that I've come to being heartbroken was Weto. I think it qualifies as being heartbroken, but then we weren't exactly officially dating yet. We were kind of still in that we're getting to know ourselves stage, and then something happened, boom. So there was this guy, quick gist. There was this guy, he was like, everything that I thought I wanted. Past tense, thought. Right now, not exactly. But anyways, he was doing his PhD in Northeastern University or something. I don't know how we met. I think we started talking online, and then we met up and kind of clicked. Not really, but it was okay. And then he was really nice, so I'm not even going to lie, he was so nice. Like, I was still in college at the time, and he would drive all the way from Boston to Northampton to come see me. And there were just little things that I would say. I would just mention it in passing, like, oh, I need to get this, oh, I need this. And the next time I see him, he has it. Like, I didn't even ask him to buy it, but like, he was really nice. He did a lot of things for me without me even asking for it. So he was nice and everything, but he was very strong-headed in a way that I found we were getting into this silly arguments where we're kind of saying the same thing, but he would never agree that we were saying the same thing. And I found it exhausting and frustrating. but he was a nice person, so I was really like looking forward to making things work. And then fast forward to like, you know, a few weeks later, or maybe like even a month or so later, you know, when me in my mind I was thinking, okay, it's getting to the point where we may be thinking of moving things in like a serious direction. And then we had this stupid argument again as usual, and I was like, I don't understand why we're arguing. We're saying the same thing. Like, if you just stop and listen to me, you understand that we're saying the same thing. So stop insisting that you're saying something else and that I'm wrong. And it turned into this whole conversation. Sorry if you can hear my housemates, they're so loud. And then it turned into this whole argument, like it was on the phone, and then all of a sudden he started comparing me to his ex, and he was like, you know, they broke up, but you know, one thing he really appreciates about her was blah blah blah, this and that and that and that, but me, this one and that one and that one. And at that point, like, I just knew that things were going downhill. And then he just dropped the bomb and was like, yeah, he does not think that this is going to work out, blah 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 blah. And I was really feeling hurt, because despite all the stupid arguments and everything, I kind of did like him, and I was actually willing to sit down and be like, okay, how can we work this out? So that was probably my first heartbreak, because I cried that night. I cried like somebody had never really just told me blatantly, like, I don't like you like that, it's not going to work. Nobody had told me that. I cried that night. I called my friend at like 2 a.m. She was like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm not okay. My first language, I would say English, because I think in English, English is like very fluent for me. It's definitely not Igbo, because Igbo is like second. Like, I have to slow down and think properly before the Igbo comes to me. So yeah, first language, I'm going to say English. My first piercing, the normal one that they give babies now. This first one, I got this one, the second one, and there's 2 more on top here. I got them later on, but yeah, first piercing was just this one here and this one here. The first book I remember reading, funny enough, it is the Bible. So my parents bought this children's Bible for me that was like this thick, and it was very well detailed. Like, the language was simple enough and everything. It had some pictures, but it was very detailed. Do you understand? Like, it was this thick, I'm not even kidding. I read that whole thing like twice as a kid. So that was the first book that I remember reading, like properly reading from beginning to end. It was just so interesting. I just found it very interesting. First time you ever got drunk? If my mother watches this video, I'm finished. Hey God, let me tell you guys, let me drop the phone so that I can tell you this gist well. So this was it in secondary school? I think I was still in secondary school. Either I was still in secondary school or we had just finished from secondary school. But there's this my friend Olivia. Me and Olivia, our legs used to stay one place. Also, my mother trusted her. My mother likes that girl a lot. So as soon as she just shows up in the house, doesn't matter where we say we're going, my mother will just let me go without even asking too many questions. So anyways, on this fateful day, Olivia came to bring me out of my house as usual. We carried our 2 legs and went to one of her friend's house like that. Reached there, they said, oh, what will you drink? I mean, there was obviously non-alcoholic drinks there, but they were like, do you want alcohol? Like, we have whiskey. Hey God, whiskey. As in, how old was I? I was not up to 18. And they were giving me whiskey to drink. I said, so you're feeling hard girl now, hard girl. Olivia was like, no, she doesn't want. Me, I was like, bring it, let me taste it. I tasted it. I said, It's not bad. Now I'm gonna drink it. I can drink it. As they poured more for me, your girl was drinking. Did we even eat that day? We ate, but nothing too serious. So it's not like my belly was full and I was drinking this whiskey on top. No, my belly was kind of empty. I was drinking it. All of a sudden, my head started spinning. My head started spinning. I did not know what was happening again. And then they were like, you know, sleep it off, just sleep it off, sleep off the feeling. I could not sleep off the feeling. I started throwing up. They took me outside. I was throwing up. They brought milk for me to drink because apparently milk is supposed to help with the sick feeling or whatever. Drank the milk, threw the milk up, threw up, was just throwing up everything. I felt like shit, like I was drunk out of my mind. Meanwhile, Olivia was thinking how to now get me home. That's how this girl stopped a bike. So in just there are like commercial bikes that you mode of transportation. She stopped a bike, one bike, and like so that she can, you know, I was in the middle, so it's the bike rider, then me, then her, so that she can hold me on the bike now, so that I'll not fall. That's how she took me home. And then so the way my house is set up, my mom's pharmacy is on a row of stores attached to the fence, so you can enter the house, the compound, through the shop, and that's how we usually enter because there's no point opening the gates when the shop is there open. So you must pass my mother basically. And here I am drunk. So Olivia takes me inside, and obviously I'm drunk, I'm weak, I'm just feeling like and I enter the shop and like I can't say anything because even though I'm drunk, I know that like I cannot afford to let my mom know what is going on. So I just collapse on the floor, and my mom is worried, like what happened? And Olivia is like, I don't know, she just, you know, she's sick, she was throwing up. My mom, I knew it. I've been telling her to take malaria medicine. She said no, she's not sick. This one, that one. My mom was like, it's malaria. Oh, it's malaria. It's malaria. Olivia said yes. Yes, it must be malaria. So you don't know it was whiskey. That's how they carried me, bundled me inside the house to my room. Then my mom brought malaria medicine for me to take. Guys, that's how I ended up taking a full dose of malaria medicine because my mom thought it was malaria. Like till today, well, if she watches this video, I guess she knows the truth now, but till today my mom does not know that it's whiskey that did that thing to me. So yeah, that was the first time I got drunk, and it was very hilarious, very stupid. Shout out to Olivia for having my back. If not for her, my mom would have killed me that day. I definitely enjoyed shooting this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it too, and I liked that, you know, I stopped to tell a few interesting stories. Hope you guys enjoyed it so much. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, and if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to share it with your friends. Okay, all of these are just ways for you to support my channel, encourage me, and they're part of engagement. Like, I check the numbers every day, so if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you know somebody that are still not subscribed, steal their phone or steal their computer and subscribe. Okay. Please don't tell them it's me that sent you. But yeah guys, if you haven't subscribed, do it now. Thank you so much for watching. This was fun, and I will see you guys in my next video.